Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Pisces Soul Tribe. I want to get into some general messages for you. And of course, anything you need from me can be found down below in the description box. Happy birthday, Pisces. Okay, if today's your birthday, happy birthday. Divine, what is the tea concerning Pisces and their relationships? We have ignoring coming out first. Okay. I could say something, but I'm gonna wait. What else, Divine? Okay, so we have ego. So hurt ego getting in the way of relationship. Interesting. I say, hey, what's the nature of Pisces in their relationships? Like, I feel like there's just a lot that you are not tolerant of anymore. I feel like you're not dealing with anyone's ego. You're not dealing with anyone's problem. You are not dealing with anything that anyone tries to force or put on you. What I'm saying is, I feel like you are the emperor. Okay, I feel like that's the energy that you carry, not because of status, just because of who you are. I feel like you understand your worth. You understand who you are as an individual. You know which direction you want to go in. You know what you want to do. I feel like nothing sways you from that anymore. Divine, what else? So we have talking shit. So I feel like, once again, even with this coming out, I feel like you just remain in a space that is unfazed. I feel like there is, once again, a separation between you and possibly everyone that you used to know. And I feel like they're still bringing you up in conversation. Like, I feel like while you have gone about your way, while you are minding your business, I feel like there are still people who want to talk about you. I feel like this energy has been coming up every day so far. Because I feel like what it really truly is, people miss you. And I feel like this is what people don't want to say. And in order to keep your memory going, in order to keep you going, in order to keep your name going, I feel like this is just things that people do. This is their way of remembering you. Because it's just toxic. They don't know any other way. What's divine? The T, divine. Oh, so I'll take them all three. So listen. First, we have moving on. So thank you. Next. We have wolf in sheep's clothing. And then lastly, we have reflecting. So I feel like, once again, the things that you learned about, the things that you know, I feel like you are using those things to your advantage. I feel like I'm hearing, if someone shows you who they are, I believe them the first time, a quote by Maya Angelou. I feel as if people have showed you who they are. And I feel like you also are using that to your advantage as well. I feel like you see people for who they truly are. I feel like you also know that these individuals will continue on this path because they have nothing else better to do. But I feel like, all in all, once again, you are doing the right thing. You're ignoring things. You're moving on. You're moving forward. You're minding your business. Whatever is happening or the in-between, you're letting happen. I do feel that. You're letting it happen, and you are just continuing to go about your way. Divine, what's the vibe? Ignoring. So smell the roses, slow down, take some you time, get out in nature. So definitely self-reflection, as the last card said, reflecting. I feel like there is a need to know what you are ignoring. I feel like you are reflecting on that period of time as well. Not to bring up or stir up past traumas, but to really do a recap of maybe how the last year in your life has gone, considering that it is your birthday, Pisces. But I do feel like self-reflection is very significant in this particular moment. The reason why you have moved on from different circles, the reason why you're moving in the direction that you want to. I feel like you chose something here, and you chose the path that most certainly for you leads to some sort of purpose. Divine, what's here in ego? So we have suffering and silence. So unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. So one or two things here. I feel like somebody is hurting themselves. I feel like they possibly think that they're hurting you, but they're actually hurting themselves. I feel like this is the type of individual who will speak the total opposite to how they really truly feel, as a mask. There's someone who doesn't want people to know how they really truly feel. So I feel like this is also somebody who really isn't checked with their emotions. And this is probably also the type of individuals who view emotion as a weak thing. Divine talking shit. What's the message here? What's the vibe? Yeah. So we have sipping. So rumors, gossip, nosy. So talking shit. As well as masked. So hiding, concealing, deception. So people talk about you, talk about how they really feel concerning you when you're not around, when you are not in the area, when you are not in the space. That's when the truth really does come out about you. It's possible that you could get some form of download, definitely geared towards, of course, your intuition, because you are a very spiritual person, by nature, Pisces. So I feel like nothing really truly is hidden to you. I feel like you may have gotten some intuitive nudge, and if not an intuitive nudge, something is telling you that people are still discussing you, but you don't really care. You don't ignore the energy, but you don't really care that they're talking. Okay, there's just an acknowledgement of that thing happening, but it doesn't really have any effect on you. I feel like any gossip that is happening concerning you that is negative will be bounced back quicker than that thing. And lastly, divine, moving on, wolf in sheep's clothing and reflecting. Yeah, this, I feel like this has a lot to do with people like really close to you, especially with wolf in sheep's clothing. Like you're really truly seeing the mask. Okay, so we have established, settled, secure, and wealthy, as well as drowning. So over your head, overextended, rock bottom. So here's what I feel like is happening. I'm seeing the word justice. So I feel like some sort of justice is coming into place for you. We have established, we had drowning. I do feel like at one point, a period of time for some of you all, you may have been drowning. And I'm hearing more so in debt than anything else, but you could have definitely just been going through it. I feel like there is going to be an opportunity very soon that could change the narrative, could change how people have been discussing you, which is why you possibly are even coming up now. I feel like when you come up now, there's something that you're doing, there's something that someone saw, even if it was just a move for you in another direction, or maybe you were headed out of a store and somebody saw you and you looked amazing, and they went back and told their friends, oh, I just saw such and such at the grocery store and they look really good, they look nothing how we thought that they did. And I feel like some people are going to have a change of perspective about you as well. And I feel like it's all in what you are doing, even in passive notions where you don't know what's going on and maybe somebody has seen you. I do feel like people are going back and discussing you, but not talking about how terrible you are and like all of those other good things. But despite what you've gone through in your life, you look 10 times better. Okay. Divine, what is the message here? So we have the world. So first, coming out with the world, there's a cycle for you that definitely has come to an end. I feel like you're getting ready to enter into a new one. We're beginning the reading with the world. The world is the number 21, the last card within the tarot deck. I feel like we're there. I feel like the ending of a thing for something else to begin. I feel like that's the most significant thing. I feel like ignoring and moving on are some of your best, shall we say, assets at this particular moment, your best weapons. Divine, tell me about the world. We have the 10 of Swords. Yes, so absolutely. So there definitely has been some backstabbing activity, or the backstabbing activity is just conversation still being done behind your back. I feel like there's a lot of things that you are leaving behind now. I feel like there's just a lot of things, once again, that you are putting to an end that you are not dealing with. Ignoring could be this 10 of Swords. I feel like you've possibly tried to state your case. You possibly tried to tell people where you are, how much you've changed, and all those other things. I feel like you possibly even got tired of explaining yourself. So I feel like you stop explaining yourself. and you just decided to go about your business. You started ignoring people. And the fact that you started to have less and less and less to say and less and less and less to be around is speaking volumes. Divine 10 of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles. Yes, you are leaving things behind. I feel like you are no longer looking back. Five of Pentacles. There's things that you're choosing to do now. You're choosing to leave particular energies behind. I feel like you're leaving an energy in the dust, with the Five of Pentacles. You're leaving it where it's at. You're no longer feeding it. You're no longer giving it anything. In essence, you're letting something starve so that it will pass away. Divine Five of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like in this particular moment, there is no indecision. I feel like you are choosing the right steps and you're choosing the right path for yourself. I feel like in order for you to start to gain, in order for you to start to grow, there's a lot that you have to leave behind. There's a lot that has to pass away. And I feel like those things can no longer go with you. We have that number 2 as well. So 22 could be significant. We have the High Priestess here. Okay, so I feel like you definitely know exactly which direction to go. Just like I was saying with that Emperor energy earlier, you know exactly which direction to go. You know exactly what to do. You are a very intuitive individual. We talked about that earlier as well. I feel like you know exactly what's going on, but there's just something you are not giving your good energy to. You're not giving your good intuitive energy to this. You're allowing something to happen because it's something about the cookie crumbling on its own. Divine Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. We have the Moon. You know a lot. And I feel like a lot has been revealed to you. Nothing is really hidden to you. Or any steps that you take moving forward, any notions that you make, anything that you do will forever be a mystery to many people, which is what I also feel like that's the reason why people can't find you. People don't know where you are. People don't know what you have going on. I feel like once you left the space, once you left something alone, I feel like that's when you began to crush a lot of egos. So ego suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. I feel like people really truly realize who you are, realize how much of an asset you are when you are not around. And that's actually very unfortunate because I feel like that's also something that you yourself got tired of, because I feel like you also began to recognize that people don't know what they have until it's gone. We've had the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. A very separated energy, a very astute energy. I feel like this is somebody, once again, you may be separated, you may stand alone, but there's something that you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. What else, Divine, with the Moon? We have the Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like any steps that you're taking in a different direction, any new ventures that you are beginning to work on, you're possibly doing it alone, or you're only doing it with people you can legit trust. And these are people that you vetted. So, okay, these are people that you vetted. But I also feel like a partnership could be significant for you as well, because there's been a lot of energy surrounding someone coming into your life to big up you, to help you out, to help aid or establish you. We have the Star at the bottom of the deck. So you definitely have something. And I feel like you could possibly be what a lot of people are looking for. So maybe fill out those applications, send in those audition tapes. Do it. Audition tapes, tape. Anywho, Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like there's just a lot of work that you are also about to be putting in. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is a very focused individual. I feel like this particular knight has very little time to play because there's a lot of work to be established in the beginning. It's almost like the work for you happens all at the beginning, and while other people are out enjoying themselves, out having fun, doing their thing. You're working, but there's going to come a period where that's going to turn. And I also feel like that's something you know. So the work that you're doing right now is very methodical. You could be working hard now so that you won't have to later. It's almost like passively preparing yourself for your future. Okay, without giving something too much attention. You're giving things the right amount of attention, but you also know what your focus needs to be on right now, because right now is something about all work and no play. Divine, what else is here? We have the Knight of Cups as well as the Devil. So I feel like you could be, shall we say, nurturing some attributes about yourself that could appear toxic, that could possibly be holding you back. I feel like you are, in a sense, softening a hard space. Because I feel like there were a lot of changes, concerning yourself that needed to be done and needed to be made. But with the Knight of Cups and the Devil, I'm feeling something concerning the emotional space. I feel like there's a mending and a repairing of that space, because something about your heart waxing cold. Like, I feel like it's something about and not that you're cold, but you're very sharp, you're very guarded, you're very protected. There's a lot that you don't allow to happen, but sometimes it's overprotection. Divine, the Devil as well as the Knight of Cups. We have the King of Wands. And tell me about the King of Wands. It's a yeah. So we have the Strength and the Three of Pentacles. So it's exactly just like I said. I feel like you're putting in a lot of work to really ground yourself again. It's something about your foundation, the most important piece, the most important part. And I feel like that's something that has possibly been reworked. I feel like there was something that was built on this foundation, because I feel like there was nothing wrong with your foundation. I feel like it was more so what was built on top of it. And I feel like you did the necessary steps to demolish it. I feel like you tore it down. There's something about you checking the foundation, making sure it's sturdy, making sure you're still grounded. I feel like a rebuilding process for you is about to begin. And I feel like that rebuilding process is about to shut the mouths of a lot of people who discuss you. Divine, what's the purpose of the Three of Pentacles? So we have the Fool as well as the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're about to move into a phase in your life of extreme and abundant favor. I feel like you're no longer afraid to take risk. I feel like risks are about to work out for who listen. It's something about taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. That risk is going to pay off. The Fool as well as the Wheel of Fortune, we'll clarify a little more in a bit. But it's something about you turning the tide of things. Something's getting ready to shift, and I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is something that is definitely going to work out in your favor. I feel like you're really truly about to get an opportunity to establish yourself. I feel like something could also be unexpected as well. For some of you, some form of wealth or some form of financial increase is going to come with you winning the lottery. This doesn't mean that it's going to be millions upon millions of dollars. It could be. But I'm seeing a lot of lottery tickets, a lot of instant tickets, a lot of numbers. So I feel like for some of you, you're going to get the opportunity to start over by winning the lottery. Something's just going to push you in the right direction. Divine, what's in the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool? We have the Knight of Swords. And why the Knight of Swords, Divine, lastly here? So the Ace of Wands. I feel like something is about to quickly propel you forward. The Knight of Swords, definitely a faster moving energy. Ace of Wands, a fast moving energy. One of getting ready to take off. One of getting ready to start. Something for many of you is about to move you all and nudge you all in the right direction. We have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You've been in a lot of 9 energy. And I feel like for a lot of you, your wishes are about to be fulfilled. I know for some of you all that's going to sound very delusional, but honestly, waking up every day doing the same old thing could be boring. There's something about taking a leap of faith on something, taking a risk on something, possibly taking a risk on your dreams. Something for you is going to pay off. All you have to do is honestly believe that you can do it and continue to remain and have faith. Okay? Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day. Bye, guys.